Hey everyone, welcome back to Simply Blessed Crafts. I ain't gonna waste much time, I'm just gonna get right into the DIYs. Alright everyone, so this is the Recreation Inspiration, and it is hosted by Loli D's Creations and Lady Red Crafting, oh my gosh, and our guest host is Jody over at Southern Seasons. And let's get into the crafting, because that's what you're here for. So let's get into it. Let's get into inspiration number 1. Sorry about the tongue-tied, you guys. Anyway, this is Jade from Scrappy Junk Studio, and she's fairly new to the YouTube community. But she has some great work, you guys. So definitely go check her out. This is one that I got inspired by. This is something she did over in one of her collabs that was just for the new year, actually. She did it for a new year collab. But I started off doing this. But, I mean, I tried to create mine. Mine's going to be a little bit different, of course, from hers. She actually had a vase that broke on her from a storm, but I actually broke mine intentionally. This is just a clay pot that I have. I did paint it green. Hers was green as well, but I did really like the color, this color green, so I decided to go with this. This is from DIY Paint. You can get this over at Sammy Unicorn Dust Designs on her website. I did decide to go in and paint up the rest of these pieces after it broke. I didn't think about doing it after or before I broke it, but after I broke it, I was like, well, I probably should do that anyway. So I started thinking about doing it this way. Okay, so first of all, I live in Minnesota. Jade lives in South Carolina, so she is able to go out and get bark and all this stuff around this time of year. I'm like swamped in snow. So this was my solution at the moment to think of, okay, well, let me create my own bark, is basically my mindset. I hated it. I am going to show you this just because I do end up using these. This is wallpaper that I got from my mother ages ago. I am just going to use a glue stick and glue this down. This is just cardboard that I used from Walmart Christmas trees that I picked up in my stash or whatever. I'm just basically using the cardboard and just ripped it apart, and I am covering both sides, and just cutting the paper. It's basically that's pretty much it. But I did want to show you this because I do end up using some of this cardboard that's covered in this birch. I do end up trimming the edges down some because I had excess. I started off with gluing these. Oh my gosh, seriously? Okay, I didn't know I was going to show you all that. Anyway, I started off with cutting these down to wavy edges and all this, and trying to make it look like I'm gluing bark to the side of my broken clay pot here, basically. And try to get it to look cohesive. Well, okay, first of all, like I said, I hated it. My husband was the savior of the day, and he decided he was going to be a sweetheart and go out and bear the cold and trudge through the snow, and obviously he knew where to find some bark that he could dig up. I don't know. I know he didn't dig it off any trees because this stuff has definitely been I mean, you could definitely tell it's been weather rotted. I mean, I can bend it. So obviously it's been in the snow or whatever the case is, or in the trash pile or whatever the case is. That isn't in actual, like, 4 feet of snow. Anyway, yes, I'm over dramaticing a little bit. But anyway, the point is that my husband actually decided he was going to be nice enough and go out in our snow and bring me back some bark to make this project worthwhile. So, here I'm just kind of patching it together, kind of to make it look like I want it to. I mean, this is gonna kind of just depend on your preference and stuff, and this is kind of what Jade says in her. Granted, she says it a lot more beautiful than I do. I mean, she has the way with words. Definitely go check out her video, you guys. I mean, she's an amazing person. I mean, plain and simple. But so I grabbed some fluorofoam, and I kind of end up messing it up and cutting it in pieces, but we're gonna glue it together because you ain't gonna even see that. So, and I'm kind of just gonna use this as kind of like a little shelf kind of thing, and we're gonna glue this right down to our little area here. This is kind of where our faux bark comes in. So I'm gonna kind of make it into like a little tree pocket kind of thing, I guess. I'm kind of just trying to shape it to make it look like it's, like you can kind of see inside the tree, but yet it's the thing of the, I don't know, whatever. I don't know, but it's cute. I actually do like how it turned out. I do. I mean, I kind of like the bark look. I mean, I like the birch look. I've always liked the birch look. So, I mean, this is very my style. So, it's cute. It would have been better if it was real birch, or real birch bark, but it is what it is. So here I'm kind of just trimming little pieces and kind of fitting them in to kind of make it look a little bit more cohesive, I guess. Like I said, I'm kind of just making it kind of look like a little cave kind of thing, I guess. I do put another piece up on top where that I do kind of try to piece in a couple of these little pieces that I got tier 2 from this I mean, this is all kind of, like I said, inspired by Jade's piece, and she does phenomenal on hers. Hers had a little handle that she had from the side and everything. I mean, hers is just gorgeous. I love how she did hers. But yeah, so like here, I'm gonna try to piece another kind of, I do cut a little hole in the top here. This is kind of going to be where our clock is going to go. Now, her clock is real, and it actually does work, which props to her. I had this in mind the whole time. I have these little stickers and everything. I don't have any working little tick-tock clocks around here to even, and this was kind of a spare moment kind of project, so I'm kind of just piecing this together. So I grabbed, like, I don't know, I had these little cards in my stash that I got for my husband, and I could put like 5 of them together, and I glued them all 5 together, and then I just kind of stuck the card or the sticker on top of them, and then kind of cut them all together so it would make it like really thick. And now I'm just kind of gonna glue the little golden beads around them to kind of frame out what I'm doing here. And I'm going to frame the clock out a little bit more with that jute twine to kind of finish it off so where you can't see that cardstock, basically. I mean, definitely use a real clock if you can. I didn't have that material, so here I grabbed a piece of it's just thread, and I had these beads and stuff in my stash, and little, I mean, it's fake crystal, but it's something that I ordered off Amazon. It was a couple summers ago. I was thinking about making like garden stuff and everything, and the crystals were something, it was an idea, and I never did use them, so I did use one on this project, and I thought it was turning out really cute. I stuck it through the top of that hole there, and now I'm going to glue the excess back to the back of that little clock there. I do put a little piece of fabric on the back there so it stays really nice. And now we are just going to glue our little clock down to that little ledge there and to our faux birch there to kind of just keep it in place. I cut off the excess of that string. I am going to change my camera angle so you can see what I'm doing. This is kind of where I start filling in with a little bit of moss and stuff. I actually had the perfect little patch of moss right there to kind of fit right in that little circle. It was like perfect. So, and that was kind of the end of that moss. I did end up picking some more up. This all comes from Walmart. This is actually my favorite stuff if you actually have to purchase it. As far as I know, Jade actually got to pick all of hers naturally. Moss doesn't grow here. I mean, if you do find anything like that, you'd find it on the side of the trees and stuff like that in the forest and stuff. But like I said, it's winter time here, and none of that stuff you can't. No, and that kind of moss is not stuff that you're going to be able to pick off our trees and stuff like that. Down south, you're gonna have a lot prettier stuff that you're gonna be able to find. You're gonna actually find stuff like this down south. Up here north, you don't find stuff like this. You just don't. So this is their best option, in my opinion. You can get stuff from Dollar Tree. It's just not as good. But I'm basically just going around the edges of that birch wallpaper and just kind of filling out the edges of it to hide that it's not real bark. I mean, I didn't like, that's one of the main reasons why I had to change it up, because I didn't like that you could see cardboard ridges and stuff like that, and I hate that my glue gun is in the way to make it blurry. I apologize, guys. So right here, I'm just basically adding rocks. I mean, I kind of add rocks to around my bottom edge there to kind of make it a little bit more like a cave kind of thing. I'm just basically adding whatever touches I believe is necessary. Now is going to be a little bit more of my bringing into my more spring touch. This is faux stuff from Dollar Tree. It's like grass stuff off of a pick that I just had in my stash. I just peeled it off. This is gonna be like, this stuff actually came from Walmart, I believe, but it's like eucalyptus picks or whatever. I'm just grabbing a couple of them and I'm kind of just gluing them down to a couple of little spots where they think they'd look nice, basically. And because this is more of a spring DIY versus what Jade did, I mean, hers could definitely go for spring because it was green and mossy and everything like that. But I brought in a lot of like the pussy willows and stuff like that, and these little pink blossoms that I got from Dollar Tree and stuff, and I just picked them off of them and just glued them down wherever they needed. This really helped to also hide like the floral foam and any spots where it needed it. This is kind of spot where my camera ended up shutting off. I ended up losing memory. So I'm going to kind of show you an overview of some of this stuff here. I did add a bird up at the top. So, inspiration number 2, you guys. And this one is a little different. This one kind of came off of Pinterest. The idea of it. Now, I'm not too... I mean, I get stuff off of Pinterest all the time. But it says Selena down here, but I'm not sure if that's just the person that that added it to her page, and I got the inspiration off of it. I also showed make it your own DIYs, just for a simple fact is she did this birdhouse, and I got the inspiration to add I have like little frames in my stash that I'm going to add to these birdhouses. I am going to do the stacked birdhouses that you saw me get from Pinterest, so that's my inspiration here. I am going to paint that one blue. I paint this one kind of a purplish color. That one's from Folk Art, I believe. I do paint the top of them copper. It's like an antique copper, and then the bottom of them black. I don't show that because, I mean, I don't need to show all the painting. You guys pretty get the concept of painting. I did want to go in and add a little bit more detailing to like the framing and stuff, or the framing, excuse me, the roofing and stuff, to kind of give it a little bit more like my style and more pop, I guess. And I have some more of this like gold beading junk that you get from Dollar Tree. I have so much of it, you guys. It's so old it doesn't even stick anymore. I have to use glue. So I was just like, let's just use this stuff. So I went around all of these and just kind of framed them up. The pink one, the pink house, I got from a thrift store, and I didn't even do anything with it. I painted it last year, I think, for a project, and I'm just going to use it just like that. I think the pink is pretty, so we're just going to use it, which is saying something because I'm not a pink person. I'm not a pink fan, but I do like that color. So we are going to go around all 3 of them, which I probably didn't need to show you all 3 houses, but I'm rambling anyway, so it works. Anyway, I am grabbing out a bunch of stuff. I got all these kind of little butterflies and little flowers, and like I said, these little frames. This stuff came off of Temu. The frames came off Temu. The little brown flowers on the side there, they came off of Amazon, I believe, a long time ago. The white daisies came in like a pack for like scrapbooking. I've had those in my stash for ages. I do not know about the mushroom thing there. That might have came in a pack from either Temu or Amazon. I'm not even sure. The little ladybugs, they came off of Amazon. The butterflies, which I only use one of those, they came off of Temu. I mean, I'm just gonna be kind of just... These frames did not want to stick for me either. I had to definitely go in for the Mod Podge. After I get this mushroom pick down, I'm going to actually go in and do a coat of Mod Podge on it. I do not show it. Oh, maybe I do show it. Okay, I thought I cut it out. I don't show all of it. I don't think. I know I don't show all of the houses, but I do go in and do a good coat of Mod Podge on all 3 houses and give them a good coating, because those frames were just not wanting to stick down. They are just light stickers, so and this sticker here, I wanted to make sure that that was going to stick down with the little mushrooms and stuff, so. And then after that, I'm going to cut off this little hanger here, and then we are just going to stack these like our picture had in there. Now, I did add a little, I think I showed that I glued that down. It definitely, the little candlestick thingy down there, that, of course, that definitely, because you're putting weight on one side and not on it right on top of it, is definitely not going to hold it. It's going to be too off center. So I put a little tumbling tower block. It's not even a tumbling tower block, to be honest with you. It's long. Anyway, I had a block and I put that down. That seemed to be fine. It gave it a little bit more of a base. And then I added this bluebird. That came, it was only $1 at Dollar General. And I put that on the very other side of it. That kind of evened it out, because he's a little more heavy. And now I grabbed a bunch more of these little pink flowers, and we're just decorating this. I'm just putting flowers and little daisies and the little pink flowers and the little ladybugs wherever I feel fit. I wanted to cover this good. I wanted to make it springy. The little butterfly, I ended up kind of cutting him a little bit and then putting some glue just on the very edge of him. He's like I said, he's a sticker, but I made him not a sticker, if that makes sense. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. Final reveal. And here is everything. And I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed my inspiration that was inspired by other people. And I hope it inspired you guys to be creative and to come up with your own inspiration for other people. I enjoyed this. This is a great collab. This is the first time I've ever collabed with this, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely go check everybody out in the playlist. Give them some love. Go check out the hosts over there. Give them all some love. And I will see you guys on Monday for the Just Your Imagination. You guys, God bless, and I hope you guys all have a great weekend. Mwah. Bye, you all.